Good morning, Seneca Valley, and welcome to Eagle TV.
I'm Rika.
And I'm Samantha.
Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Have you ever wondered who lived in Germantown before Germantown was Germantown? Well, November is Native American Heritage Month, and during this month, we will be taking time to acknowledge the Native people and complex history of this land.
Period. We sent out our anchor, Vivian, to talk with Ms. Beecraft about the importance of acknowledging Native land.
Hello, I'm here with
Miss Beecraft.
What can you tell me about land acknowledgement and why is it important?
So land acknowledgements were historically used by Native American tribes, some tribes, to open important ceremonies. Nowadays, they're used to acknowledge that the brutal colonial history of Native Americans and stealing of their lands. And so it acknowledges who is the original stewards of the land, which for us at Seneca Valley is the Manahoac and the Piscataway tribes. It also acknowledges that you might read about Native Americans in your history books, but they're still modern, active, and really proud civilizations and cultures. And so they are still around, and they're here, and they're very proud of their history.
What can you tell me about the tribes of these lands?
So the Manahoac, we don't know much about. They dissolved and combined with other tribes pretty early on in the colonial history, but the Piscataway tribe is still active out in mostly the eastern shore of Maryland, and you can still find tribe members and learn from their culture.
Are there any events in communities around these cultures?
Yeah, so if on the land acknowledgement poster, you can scan the QR code and learn more about them. The Piscataway tribe is an active tribe in Maryland, and so they have lots of events and different opportunities to learn about the culture. This is Native American History Month, and so you can also find at your local library lots of different events celebrating the Native Americans in the United States and to learn about them, and the library also has resources.
I can't believe this is Dr. Cohen's last week at Seneca.
Yeah, he made such an unforgettable impact at our school.
Here's Zach with a special interview with the man himself.
That's a hot wing.
Hey Seneca Valley, this is Hot Ones with Dr. Mark Cohen. Okay, well today we're eating some spicy wings.
Okay.
Ask you questions just like the Hot Ones show. All right.
Let's do it.
Asian Zing.
Asian
Okay.
Zing. To be honest, you can get the first one.
I like the flats more than I like the...
Me too. I'm more of a flat man.
All
right, ready?
Again? Yeah.
Huh? Just a little bit. A little something. You mentioned that you were in Howard County and Carroll County. What schools did you teach at? Or what did you do?
I taught at Westminster High School.
Okay.
That was Carroll. And then I was a teacher at Centennial High School.
Centennial, okay.
Also, that was in Howard.
Okay.
And I was an assistant principal at a high school in Columbia called Long Reach High School.
You also are like internship at McDaniel College. Is that true? Like, what do you do there? Like, what's happening?
So I've been teaching for McDaniel since 2009.
2009.
So any current administrator who has gone through the training program to become a principal has gone through one of my classes.
Okay.
And I also supervise interns. The very last part you have to do in the program is a semester-long internship,
Really?
where you learn the intricacies of being a school leader. In fact, the person who's coming in as the acting principal when I leave, he was one of my students.
Oh, wait, who's the principal coming in for Seneca?
So his name is Ricardo Hernandez. Really good man. I think the community is going to like him.
Yeah. Which one is this? Mango habanero. My personal favorite. I actually really like this one.
Okay.
Love the taste, not so much the spice.
I actually think I've had it.
Yeah, I like this one. There we go. What is like your favorite tradition that Seneca used to have? Because I remember they used to have painted bricks.
Yeah, that was something I really enjoyed, and the community wanted to make sure that we preserved in some way. If you go onto our website, you'll find in Mr. Crippen's picture inventory, you'll find images of those bricks. It was important that we preserve that in some way. Those bricks date back to the 1970s when the school first opened.
Yeah. Which would you say is your favorite? Old Seneca or New Seneca?
Well, that's really hard. That's like asking which is your favorite child, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody earlier. One of the things I miss about the old school is knowing everybody. In a smaller school, I was able to be more visible. I was able to visit classes more frequently. I knew the staff really well. I didn't just know them by name. I knew things about them, their family, their lives. They knew about me. In a larger building, it's not as easy.
Yeah.
Including staff, there's almost 3 times as many people.
Yeah.
And so I miss that small feel, that small town feel.
Yeah.
But there's something special about what we can get in a school this size. The programs we're able to offer, the courses we're able to offer. And I've really loved, it's breathed life into our building, bringing students from all over different communities to our school.
How did you get to where you are now? If that makes any sense. Like, what was the process of becoming a principal, or what was the process of teaching at other schools? Like, how was the experience of all of it?
So I knew early on as a teacher, as a high school English teacher, that I wanted to be a school leader. I knew that because I was influenced in positive ways by the principals and assistant principals that worked with me.
Yeah.
I wasn't a very good student in high school. I struggled. And it was because of certain teachers and administrators that I was able to come out of my shell some and embrace school and what it would potentially provide me the opportunity for.
Yeah.
So as soon as I could, I went back to school and I got my master's degree in school leadership and started as an assistant principal and loved every minute of that work.
Yeah.
Assistant principals get to work with students in very close and meaningful ways. As a principal, I applied for principalships, worked at central office for a few years, didn't enjoy that so much because it was too far away from students. As a principal, you spend most of your time or more of your time with the adults than you do with the kids.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things I miss about the earlier part of my career. I got to spend virtually all of my time with students as a teacher and as an assistant principal. As a principal, I've spent, it's been harder and harder to do that.
Yeah.
But the trade-off is I'm able to have a greater influence on the lives of a much larger number of students and on the broader community.
All right. Yeah. Last and final wing.
Last one for you. It's the Blazing Wing.
Okay.
The Blazing.
Hottest one they have.
All right. You know, when I was actually ordering these wings, the person here I was ordering from said, "Who's eating these?" Give me a warning, and I was like, "What do you mean?" She was like, "Make sure you have milk or sugar." I actually did not. Did you know that sugar negates the spiciness?
No, I knew milk did, but I
didn't know sugar did. It was kind of crazy. Did not
I'm a
know
little
that.
nervous about this one, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it's the color of it.
Okay.
I'm good. Hey, any fun facts?
I'm going to tell you.
All right.
Wow. That is super hot. Thank you. Yeah. This was great. Those wings are good and hot.
Yeah.
And I just want to say to you and to anybody who's watching this, being the principal of the school has been it's been an honor.
Yeah.
It's been the one of the greatest professional joys of my life, and I'm grateful. I know I haven't been able to be as around as I would have liked over the last year or two. It's a different job running a school this size.
Yeah.
But there's never been a moment that I haven't been privileged to serve as the principal in this community, and that's because of our students and our families. And so I appreciate this. I appreciate you, and I really appreciate the wings.
You're welcome.
So thank you.
From everyone here in the studio, have a great day.